Let's go to KZN now. Soldiers have been deployed to help keep the peace on the KZN border. But allegations that police are helping car smuggling syndicates are too serious to ignore. The residents of Manguzi are meeting today to try to resolve the issue with local authorities. Dasen Thathiah is there. Dasen, the residents of Manguzi have been at the mercy, basically, of these car smuggling syndicates for a while now. It's received the attention of government, of the defense force. But is that making any difference?
Well, according to the residents, they would say that it isn't. Yes, you are right. There have been interventions here. We are talking about security interventions in particular. But for the residents, they still see more of the same. But I must tell you at this point, we just found out that that meeting that was meant to take place today at 10 o'clock has been postponed until tomorrow. So the concerns are still the same. The community wants to still meet with the SANDF and the SAPS over those concerns, particularly about them working together and not against each other. But I've got a guest with me now who will unpack that shortly. But I just want to briefly tell you that this comes after a visit by the KZN Premier, Sihle Sekalala, yesterday. He was here to perform oversight on the police stations to find out what was going on. In summary, he says, and as the residents have known, there's a severe shortage and a lack of resources for policing in this area that could be impacting the high level of crime here. So let me now bring in Mr. Dasen Thathiah. He's with the Mhlaba Buyalingana Society Against Crime. Yeah. Mr. Thathiah, thank you so much for joining me. Let's start here. The Premier was here yesterday. You listened as he spoke to various people. Did you hear any possible solutions that you were happy with coming out of that meeting?
Thank you very much. Yesterday, the Premier was here together with the Portfolio Committee, and I did not hear anything. What I heard is that the Premier said they are going to make sure that the residents of Umhlabelengana are saved. But he did not come up with a clear position or a clear plan that how is he going to stop this thing. But I did not hear, That is why we are very much worried, because now we have scheduled a meeting today, but the meeting has been postponed for tomorrow, where we are going to sit down with SNTF and subs and the local subs together with us, and also the subs from nationally and the subs from provincially, so that we are going to iron out the issues of working together, because now we want to change now the system of working, because now the deployment, time and again, they used to deploy people, but we see no change. We see no change.
Just give me a sense of how bad this problem is. Now, you are a part of this crime-fighting initiative. When we talk about cars moving out of KZN into Mozambique freely, what kind of numbers are we looking at? We're in February now. Give me an example of how many cars do you know of that have already passed through the border?
I can tell you, as from January 2022 up to this far, today, only 53 motor vehicles have been crossed to Mozambique. I'm talking about 53, which means when we end this month, February, it means that maybe it will go up to 70 something. Last year it was plus or minus 200 something, some odds, vehicles crossed to Mozambique.
So in your view, just as we wrap up, when you go to the meeting tomorrow, yes, we know that you'll be asking for a firmer commitment between the SAPS and SANDF to work together, but what is missing in the solutions that have been provided by government already this far?
I don't know what is missing, because I think what is missing is that when the government is deploying people here in our area, at first they must report that they are here to assist us, so that we will give them the tips. But the problem is that what is missing is that they want to work alone. So you cannot work alone here, the place that you don't understand. I can make an example. There is Uzipashi, where the vehicle used to cross to. They don't know the Uzipashi. If they work alone, not working together with the local policemen, they cannot do. That is why tomorrow we want to work together, come up with a strategy on how to work, all of us. Then we believe that we're going to fight against the crime.
Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Thathiah. I think Tafuma, he makes a good point there, that you can't fight crime in an area without proper community participation, because those that live here may have important information that these security forces need. Hopefully there is a positive outcome from that meeting tomorrow.